We are just overrun by the need to meet the needs of the community in terms of mental health problems. It's an epidemic. It's a major problem that our country has, and we really need to do something to respond. If we can respond in a way where more people can access treatment, which in this case is habits in our daily life.
There's no one that's alive on the earth today that can go without sleep. And when we get insufficient sleep, it presents in different ways. Decreased ability to understand or learn, and it can present in school as children who may be disinterested or disruptive.
Playing helps the brain grow. Exercise repairs broken neurons.
We know they're less likely to be depressed, less likely to be anxious. There isn't a thing that you can point to that says, here's a reason why you should never be fit.
Well, nutrition is huge, right? In terms of how we feel, how our bodies feel, how our minds feel. I mean, we've all been hangry before, right? Where your moods are just off the chart.
We have to teach, we have to model. And so I think that's a really important skill when we're talking about nutrition, when we're talking about hydration.
To be a healthy society, we need to interact. That's one of our pillars. We need to connect.
And they also fall into this false sense of security that because they've got this thing in their hand, they're connected.
We've replaced friends with followers. We replaced confidants with contacts. And they just aren't the same when it comes to our overall health, well-being, and our fulfillment. We really need in-person relationships.
It really is about how do I fill a bucket and find something that I can find joy, release stress, find a peace and a success with.
And then that's the best part, is when you get that habit down, then all the fun stuff gets to happen. The mastery gets to happen, the confidence, you start connecting with people, all those things, the mindfulness, it just kind of changes.
For some kids it's really hard to quiet their minds, but I think too it's having to, take that jump to actually start.
For some people, it is reading a book or spending time in prayer. For other people, it's going fishing.
It's just finding your own unique thing that grounds you.
When we look at all of the pillars, all of them really relate to one another.
Having that in place and those habits at an early age will help you when times get tough.
Some of these pillars, they might be simple, but it isn't easy. Parents having grace and compassion for themselves is probably the number one thing.
We know all parents are doing the best they can in the moment, right? With the tools they have, with the skills they have. And sometimes we need to learn new skills as parents.
That's where growth happens, that's where improvement happens.
Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? And what's next?